My name is Emily Carter, and I grew up in Denver, Colorado, in a household where words often felt heavier than actions. My parents loved me, but they raised me with a perfectionist mindset that seeped into every aspect of my life. I never realized how much those standards affected my relationships, especially the one that cost me everything. When I first met Jason Miller, I didn't think much of him. He wasn't the kind of man who turned heads instantly. He didn't have a flashy car or an expensive suit. He was a quiet, dependable software engineer who worked long hours and loved small things in life: cooking at home, hiking trails on weekends, and fixing things around the house. My best friend, Sarah, introduced us one summer at a coffee shop in downtown Denver. "Emily, this is Jason." "Jason, meet Emily," Sarah said with her usual enthusiasm. Jason smiled politely, extending his hand. "Nice to meet you." I shook it, but deep inside I thought, he's too simple for me. I was chasing dreams of a glamorous life, romantic dinners in New York City rooftops, surprise vacations to Paris, and the kind of love you see in movies. Jason didn't seem like the type to deliver that. Still, he asked me out, and I said yes. Maybe because I was tired of waiting for the so-called perfect man. Maybe because Sarah insisted he was one of the kindest people she'd ever met. Our first date was at a small Italian restaurant, and he arrived with a single sunflower. Not roses. Not lilies. A sunflower. "I thought you'd like this," he said, his voice calm. I smiled politely, but in my head I thought, really? A sunflower? It wasn't the grand gesture I wanted, but I kept quiet. Despite my doubts, Jason grew on me. He was consistent, always showing up, always making sure I felt cared for. When I had a stressful day at work, he would cook my favorite pasta. When my car broke down, he spent 3 hours fixing it himself. Slowly, I began to feel secure around him, something I hadn't felt in past relationships. After 2 years of dating, Jason proposed at Garden of the Gods in Colorado Springs. He knelt with a modest diamond ring, not flashy, but elegant. "Emily," he said, his eyes steady, "I want to spend the rest of my life with you. Will you marry me?" I hesitated for a moment, not because I didn't love him, but because deep down, I kept wondering if he was good enough compared to the men I had dreamed of. But with Sarah and a few tourists watching, I said yes. Marriage and my expectations. We got married in a small church with close friends and family. Jason cried during his vows, and everyone thought it was the sweetest thing. I smiled, but even then, a part of me kept thinking, is this really the life I want? Jason worked hard, but he wasn't ambitious in the way I wanted. He didn't dream of luxury cars or a mansion. He wanted a cozy home with a backyard. He wanted kids someday. He wanted quiet, steady love. Meanwhile, I scrolled through social media, watching friends travel the world, dine at 5-star restaurants, and post pictures with husbands who bought them expensive gifts. I started comparing. When Jason came home late, tired from work, and handed me takeout instead of taking me out to dinner, I frowned. When he gave me small, thoughtful gifts like handwritten notes or books I liked, I pretended to be thankful, but deep inside thought, why can't he do more? The breaking point. One evening, after 3 years of marriage, Jason came home excited. "Emily," he said, "I got a small promotion today. It's not huge, but it comes with a raise. I was thinking we could finally plan that trip to California you've been wanting." He hugged me, expecting joy. But instead, I pulled away. "California," I said sharply. "Jason, everyone I know is going to Europe or Asia, and you're excited about California? Do you even realize how small that sounds?" His smile faded, and he stood there silently. I kept going, the bitterness pouring out of me. "You'll never be good enough, Jason. Not for the life I want. Not for the dreams I have." The words left my mouth before I could stop them, and the room went silent. Jason didn't argue. He didn't shout. He simply looked at me with the saddest eyes I've ever seen and whispered, "Okay." Then he walked out. The silence. At first, I thought he was cooling off. Jason was calm by nature. I expected him to return after a drive or maybe after spending the night at a friend's place. But he didn't come back that night. Or the next. By the end of the week, his closet was empty. His toothbrush was gone. His favorite mug was missing from the kitchen. Jason had left. Sarah called me immediately. "Emily, what did you do?" I told her what I had said, my voice trembling. She was silent for a long time before replying. "Do you even realize what you've done? Jason loved you more than anyone ever could, and you told him he wasn't good enough." The reality hit me slowly. I had broken a man who only ever wanted to love me. Ugh. Living with regret. Weeks turned into months. Jason filed for divorce, and I signed the papers with trembling hands. He never raised his voice, never blamed me. He simply let me go, the way he let go of everything that weighed him down. I saw him once, months later, at a coffee shop. He looked healthier, happier even. He was with a woman I didn't recognize, and they were laughing together. She looked at him like he was the most incredible man in the world. And in that moment, I realized the truth. Jason had always been good enough. I was the one who failed to see it. Lessons learned. It's been 2 years since that day, and not a week goes by that I don't replay my words in my head. You'll never be good enough. I wish I could take them back. I wish I could have appreciated the sunflower, the small promotion, the quiet love. But wishes don't change reality. Jason is gone, and I am left with the memory of the man who taught me that love is not about perfection, wealth, or comparison. Love is about presence, kindness, and choosing each other every single day. If I could speak to him now, I would say, "You were always good enough, Jason. I just wasn't wise enough to see it." That's the story of how my pride and unrealistic expectations cost me the person who truly loved me. I share it now not for sympathy, but as a reminder. Sometimes the greatest mistake we can make is chasing an illusion while ignoring the reality of the love we already have. Because once it's gone, you may never get it back.